Hello guys and guides, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how you can live stream. Alright guys, so for this tutorial we're going to be using a free program called Open Broadcaster Software. You can get it by heading to Google, www.google.com, and typing in Open Broadcaster Software, and it'll come up with this this entry right here. Just go ahead and click download below it, and if you don't see the download below it, you can just click on the main one right here and go to download right there. Alright, so once you're here, you're going to want to go to the current stable version. Should be to the left, have a green download button like that. Just go ahead and click it, and it should download in 3 seconds to 1. And there you go. It should start downloading, and when that's done, I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so once you guys have downloaded that, you should have a little installer. I just dragged it to my desktop. You can download it to wherever you like. But once you have it and you found it, just go ahead and double click it. It'll ask you if you want to make changes to your computer. Hit yes. Alright. Click next. Read through these if you want. If not, just hit I agree. Select where you want to where you want to install it to. If you don't know what you want to do about any of that, just leave it at its default and go ahead and click install, and it'll do its thing and it'll install on your computer. Now I'm not gonna do that since I already have Open Broadcaster Software installed. So yeah, you can get rid of the installer once you've done once you're done installing it. So after you've installed it, you'll have this icon on your desktop, and if you don't have it on your desktop, you can just go ahead and search it in your programs area by, this is Windows 8, but you can go ahead and search it. Anyways, once you have it downloaded and installed, go ahead and open it up, and you'll be greeted by this window. This is the application, pretty straightforward. I guess I'll go through the settings first. You won't have anything in this window. Alright, so this is the basic program right here. So to start streaming, you have to go to settings. You have to set everything up first. So right here, you can change this to whatever you want. If you don't have a profile already in here, if it's just blank, you can go ahead and type in whatever you want. Let's type it regular. You can add it if you didn't already have one here. If you didn't have text here and you just typed it in, you can hit add, or rename if there was one already in there and you just replaced it with whatever you want to call it. This is optional, but I just like to keep things organized. Alright, so encoding is next. Now, stuff might look a little scary at first, but it's pretty straightforward, and Open Broadcaster Software even has a tool to help you fill out these settings. So, to find this tool, just open up your web browser yet again, and go to Open, or just search this, Open Broadcaster Software, settings. Alright, and it'll come up with this option right here, Open Broadcaster Software, and the URL will be obsproject.com/estimator. Go ahead, click on that, and the link will be in the description as well. And this will basically estimate all the settings that will be best for you to stream, and it'll come out looking the best, and you won't have any lag or anything like that. So you're going to want to go ahead and type in your information, or just select your information. If you don't know what processor you have, CPU stands for processor, if you didn't know that. Central Processing Unit, same thing as the processor. So you're going to want to go ahead and here and select your processor. If you're not sure what your processor is, what you're going to do is find the icon on your desktop called computer. Doesn't seem like I have it on my desktop. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and search it. Computer. Alright. So this is Windows 8, but if you go ahead and hit the start button on Windows 7 and type in computer, it'll show up, and you want to right click it and hit properties. Alright, same thing. In Windows 7, just it'll look different. Alright, So in this window, you'll see what your processor is. Mine's an AMD FX 8350 8-core processor. So I'll just select that. AMD FX quad-core or higher. And that describes my processor. Alright, what graphics card do you have? You can go ahead and find this out through a different method. Just type start again or hit start and type in device manager. Once you type that in, since I'm on Windows 8, I have to select settings right here. If you're on Windows 7, it'll just pop up and you can hit and you can click it. So go to device manager, and what you want to do is go to display adapters, and right here it'll show your graphics card. So mine's an AMD Radeon HD 6800 series. So now that I know what it is, I will go and select it. AMD Radeon 6600 or higher. That describes it because mine's a 6800. It's higher than that. Alright, what kind of game are you streaming? Well, for Minecraft, it's gonna be high motion. For like side-scrolling games like League of Legends, it'll be medium motion, and low motion will be like really. It'll be like one scene and just your character moves around. Like the camera doesn't move at all. Alright, so we'll just do high motion. And how fast is your upload speed? To find this out, you're going to want to open up a new tab or open up a new window in Internet Explorer and type in speedtest.net. Alright, and once this loads, you'll be able to test your internet speed, and we'll be able to get this information right here. Alright, begin test. Alright guys, so once it's done, what you're going to be wanting to look at is your upload speed. Now your upload speed is in megabits per second, but as you can see right here, it's asking for kilobits per second. Now basically what you do here is if it's 5.27, you can either go to Google and type in 5.27 here. You can convert it using Google, but it's pretty easy to do in your head as well. So I'll just type it into Google. Oop, 5.27 Mbps to kbps, and it'll convert it for you. So that is 5,396.48 kilobits per second. You can also just multiply it by 1,000, but I like to be exact. It's not exactly 1,000. I think it's a 1,024. But yeah, it shouldn't matter if you just times this number by 1,000. All right, so go back to your estimator here, paste that in, or I'll just do it 5,000. It doesn't have to be exact, just as long as you round down. And yeah, alright, so 5,000 should work. What is your approximate screen size and game resolution? Select that. If you have the choice, I would go with 720p if you can resize the window, but if it's just filling up your whole entire screen, just find out what your default screen resolution is. You can do that by right-clicking anywhere on your desktop and hitting screen resolution, and if your game is running in full screen, this is the resolution that it'll be running at. It'll show up right here. Alright, so once you know what that is, just put that in right here. If it's windowed, 720p should work fine. Alright, so go ahead and click recommended settings, and it'll tell you what you need to put in here, right to the side here. So let's go ahead and put in our information. Alright, so let's look for our max bit rate here. Recommended max bitrate 4,000. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna type that in, 4,000. Okay. Your upload speed is sufficient for 720p, 1080p. Okay. Recommended buffer size 4,000. Buffer size 4,000. All right. And right here, game advice: set quality to 6 or 7. Quality balance 6 or 7. I put on 8 just because I'm a rebel, but I would suggest going with what it says here. Alright. Set downscale, we'll get to that in just a second. Alright, so keep this window up. We're going to need it a little bit later as well. Alright, so codec, you can leave that ACC. Bitrate, 192 is a nice medium there. You don't want to go too overboard with your audio because you won't really notice too much of a difference and it'll just lag you. Alright, custom buffer size, make sure you check that so you can put stuff in here. Alright, CBR, uncheck, just pretty much copy everything that you don't get from here. Alright, would you like to save and apply changes? Hit yes. Okay, so broadcast settings. So this will depend on where you're live streaming to. Now if you're live streaming to twitch.tv, you're going to want to drop this down and hit twitch/JustinTV, and you're going to want to type in your playpath/stream key. Alright, so you may be asking, where do I find this? Pretty simple. Just open up a new tab yet again and go to Twitch TV. I'm not sure how you do it on Justin TV, but I'm going to show you how to do it on Twitch. Okay, so go to, actually, if you go to just regular old twitch.tv, you can go here and go to Dashboard and go to Streaming Apps. Okay, and you're going to want to hit this right here, this button, and it'll show a key. It'll show a long string of letters and numbers. You're going to want to go ahead and copy that and paste it right in here. I'm not going to do it because then you guys have my key and stuff like that. Alright, so you just paste it in here, and that's for Twitch TV. Should work similarly for Justin TV. Alright, and if you want to stream directly to YouTube, you have to be a YouTube partner, but it's just as simple. You just go to youtube.com/videos, I think. Oh, no, that's wrong. Alright, just go to your name, click it, and go to Video Manager. Alright, once you've done that, you go to Live Events right here. Once you're at your Video Manager, just hit Live Events. Then go to New Live Event. Type in all your stuff. Create a new event. Create new event. Ingestion settings. Click 720p. Alright, and then you're going to want to copy your stream name right there and paste that into you're going to want to paste that into playpath/stream key. You're going to want to paste that right there. So your stream name, put it in there. And then your primary server URL, you're going to want to put that in your server box right here. Okay, pretty straightforward. I just covered both of those right there. So yeah, once you have that all set up, auto reconnect, check it off. Auto reconnect timeout 10, delay 0, minimize network impact, make sure that is checked. Dashboard link, you don't need to worry about that. Save the file, that's if you want it to save to like a video file, so you can basically record with this. But just for live streaming, you don't need that, so I would uncheck it. If you do decide to record it to a file, just make sure you set a location where you want it to save to. Alright, start stream hotkey. You can choose whatever you want. Basically, when you press this, it'll start your stream. And I also have it so it'll end it as well. Alright, so go to video. I'll save my settings. Why not? Alright, so here's where you're going to want to go back to your recommended estimator settings right here. Alright, so where it says set downscale to 1.5 or 2.0, that will be right here, 1.5 or 2.0. I just set mine at none because yet again I'm a rebel. I don't know why. FPS 25. If it turns out laggy for you at all, definitely go with these settings. I would actually go with these anyways. But yeah, so it says set FPS to 25 right here. I'm a rebel yet again, I'm sorry. And your base resolution, I would recommend setting that to 1280 by 720. And resolution downscale, just set that as needed. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Audio, I'll go over it real quick. Your desktop audio device, set that to your speakers or headphones, whichever you have plugged in, whichever you're hearing stuff through. If you're hearing stuff through your speakers, select your speakers. If you're hearing stuff through your headphones, select your headphones. Alright. Auxiliary audio device, that'll be your microphone. Select your microphone. I'm using a blue snowball, so I'll check that right there. Push to talk, that's only if you want to push a button, so they'll be able to hear you, and whenever you're not pushing the button, they won't be able to hear your microphone. I leave it off. Alright, unmute, hotkey, mute, Control-Shift-M. You don't have to put that unless you want to be muting your microphone. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. Desktop boost, just keep that at 1. Now in my case, the blue microphone, the blue snowball microphone, the audio is really low by default unless you audio edit it later. So I'm going to bump this up to 5x, which is 5 times the normal volume. And that will make it sound normal when I'm streaming, because I'm not going to be audio editing it. So this is real-time audio boosting, which I need. Alright, you probably won't need to do that for your microphone. Just test it out and ask your viewers, and you'll see if you do. Alright, and if your voice is too low, you can go ahead and bump that up. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Go to advanced real quick. I'll save these, why not? Alright. So use multi-thread optimizations. You can check that if you have like a quad core, or in my case I have an 8-core processor. Process priority class, put that to above normal. Okay, keep all these settings the same as when you came in here, except for, yeah, that's it, except for process priority. Alright, leave all of them same except for the priority. Alright, go ahead and hit OK. Boom. Alright, so now, as you see, we have all set up to stream to our Twitch.tv or YouTube, if you're a YouTube partner. So now all we have to do is add our game. You can close this, by the way. Alright, and be on. Alright, so now if we hit preview stream, it's just like hitting start streaming, but it's not actually streaming anywhere. So if you don't want to start your stream yet and you just want to see how it looks, preview. If you actually want to start streaming and you've already previewed it and it looks good, hit start stream. But since I'm not streaming this, I'll just hit preview. Alright, so as you can see when we hit preview, this is how it's going to look for our viewers. It's a black screen. Nobody wants that. So what we're going to have to do is, first of all, open up your game. I'll open up Minecraft. Okay, we'll just let this load. Let it do its thing. Alright. I'm going to hit play and let it open. Okay, so once I have this up, I'll be able to add my game to the stream. Alright, so under sources right here, right click, add, game capture. Just name it whatever you want, just keep it at default game capture if you want. Alright, and select application. So you can just find whatever you're streaming and hit OK. You can also use a hotkey, so this doesn't have to be one set application. If you're recording different games, each time you're in a game, just hit F12 and it'll automatically lock on to that game. So if you have like multiple games on at once or something and you want to switch between them without coming into this dialog, all you have to do is hit F12 on the game you want and it'll automatically go to it. I don't really need that, so I'll just select my application. Now do note, if you do open up a new game, it won't find it automatically, so you're gonna have to right click properties and then select it each time you open up open broadcasting software with a new game. Alright, so once you have that and you hit preview stream, there it is. It's that's how it's gonna look to our viewers, and it looks 100% perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna stop my preview. Now say we want to add text to the top of our live stream. Go to add image. You can add an image as well if you want to add like your logo to the corner or something. I'm just gonna do text. Alright, so I'm just going to name it text, and right here, enter text, blah 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 blah, or actually I'll just make it look nice, test. Alright, you can change your font. Font size doesn't really matter because we can resize it later. So I'll just pick a crazy font, I don't even know what that is. Alright, color, white, use outline, I'll just do a black outline, thickness 2, okay. Hit alright, and if you hit preview stream, you'll be able to see it. Oh wow, that's actually a nice font. Okay, so if we right click and go to position size, we can move it to the center of our screen. We can move it to the top, so now it's in the middle right there. Let me just edit that. You can double click to go to your properties instead of right clicking and going to properties. So I'll just double click and I'll just say test. This is a test. so we get a better idea here. Now notice it moved from centered to kind of off to the right here. If you right click, position size, center horizontally, it'll fix that. Alright, so I'll just, the text is okay. Hold on, being OCD about it. Alright, there we go, nice. And you see it's not centered, fixed it. Alright, they also have shortcut hotkeys, so you can hit Control C. So yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much how you do that. Pretty straightforward. Also, if you want to resize it, you can hit Edit Scene, I think, and you can just, boom. Like, look at that. Look at that, it's beautiful. You can just move it all over the place. So if it's blocking something, you can go like, bam. Whoa, intense, right? Alright, so that's pretty much how you do all that. Once you've got all set up, you make sure your broadcast settings are all perfect and everything. They've matched Twitch.tv, Justin TV, or YouTube if you're a partner. They match all that. Then you can go ahead and click start streaming, and yeah, it'll start streaming to your channel, and people can watch, and it'll be epic. So that's pretty much how it goes down. Like this video if it helped you at all. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll be holding an frequently asked questions section in the description, so check there before leaving a comment, so that way I don't get spammed with the same comments over and over again, because I won't answer them. So check down the frequently asked questions, and if your question isn't there, leave a comment. I will answer it and add it to the frequently asked questions dialogue for other people's. So that's pretty much how you do it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. You found it, just go ahead and double click it. It'll ask you if you want to make changes to your computer. Hit yes. Alright, click next. Read through these if you want. If not, just hit I agree. Select where you want to where you want to install it to. If you don't know what you want to do about any of that, just leave it at its default and go ahead and click install, and it'll do its thing and it'll install on your computer. Now I'm not gonna do that since I already have Open Broadcaster software installed. So yeah, you can get rid of the installer once you've done once you're done installing it. So after you've installed, and if you don't see the download below it, you can just click on the main one right here and go to download right there. Alright, so once you're here, you're gonna want to go to the current stable version. Should be to the left, have a green download button like that. Just go ahead and click it, and it should download in 3 seconds to 1. And there you go. It should start downloading, and when that's done, I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so once you guys have downloaded that, you should have a little installer. I just dragged it to my desktop. You can download it to wherever you like. But once you have it, and you'll have this icon on your desktop. And if you don't have it on your desktop, you can just go ahead and search it in your programs area by, this is Windows 8, but you can go ahead and search it. Anyways, once you have it downloaded and installed, go ahead and open it up, and you'll be greeted by this window. This is the application, pretty straightforward. I guess I'll go through the settings first. You won't have anything in this window. Alright, so this is the basic program right here. So to start streaming, you have to go to settings. You have to set everything up first. Hello guys and guides, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today, I'm going to show you how you can live stream. Alright guys, so for this tutorial, we're going to be using a free program called Open Broadcaster software. You can get it by heading to Google, www.google.com, and typing in Open Broadcaster software, and it'll come up with this this entry right here. Just go ahead and click download below it. So right here, you can change this to whatever you want. If you don't have a profile already in here, if it's just blank, you can go ahead and type in whatever you want. Let's type it regular. You can add it if you didn't already have one here. If you didn't have text here and you just typed it in, You can hit add or rename if there was one already in there and you just replaced it with whatever you want to call it. This is optional, but I just like to keep things organized. Alright, so encoding is next. Now, stuff might look a little scary at first.